Make them regret underestimating you. They think you're weak. They assume you have nothing special to offer. But they've underestimated the fire within you. Have you ever been underestimated? They ignore you. They doubt you. Maybe they even laugh at you. But what happens when you don't react? When you stay silent, observe, and wait? And then, when the time is right, you make them regret ever doubting you. Power isn't about speaking louder. It's not about proving yourself to people who never believed in you in the first place. True power is presence. It's how you carry yourself. They underestimated your silence, not knowing it was your greatest weapon. How you command a room without saying a word. It's the way people feel when you walk in, and the way they remember you long after you leave. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to master this. How to use body language, strategic silence, and presence to make sure no one ever underestimates you again. The silent power that commands respect. If people have ever underestimated you, it's because they felt they could. Not because of what you said, but because of how you carried yourself. True power doesn't demand recognition. It forces people to notice without a single word. In the next part of this video, you'll discover why silence commands more respect than words, and how to make people lean in when you finally speak. The body language of dominance, so your mere presence shifts the energy in any room. How to control space and perception, ensuring you're always seen as someone to be taken seriously. How to make them regret ever doubting you, not by proving them wrong, but by making them feel it. Master these skills, and you'll never have to seek validation again. They'll sense your power, they'll feel your presence, and they'll know they made a mistake underestimating you. Let's begin. 1. Silence is the ultimate power. Weak people feel the need to explain themselves, to prove a point, to fill the silence. But the most powerful individuals in history, they understand that silence is a weapon. When someone underestimates you, the worst thing you can do is react emotionally. Defending yourself, arguing, or explaining only confirms their belief that you're beneath them. Instead, do what powerful people do. Stay silent. Why people who speak less are more intimidating. There's a reason why the quietest person in the room is often the most respected. Silence makes people uncomfortable. It forces them to wonder what you're thinking. When someone speaks too much, they reveal everything: their insecurities, their weaknesses, their desperation to be heard. But when you stay silent, you create mystery. You make them work for your attention. This is why Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic emperors, lived by a simple rule: say less, do more. He knew that real power is not in words, but in actions. The less you say, the more people respect what you do. How to use strategic silence to control any situation. So what do you do when someone underestimates you? When they try to put you down, dismiss you, or make you feel small? Simple. You don't react. Step 1. Pause before responding when someone challenges you. Don't respond immediately. Let them sit in the silence. Let them feel the weight of their words. This alone makes you seem more composed, more in control. Step 2. Observe and gather information. People reveal everything when they talk too much. Let them expose themselves. The more they speak, the more you learn about their mindset, their intentions, and their weaknesses. Step 3. Strike when it counts. The best way to make someone regret underestimating you is not to argue, but to act, deliver results, win when they expect you to fail. By the time they realize their mistake, it's already too late. The power move: control conversations, without saying much. When you speak, make every word count. Speak slowly and with purpose. People will listen more attentively. Use short sentences. They carry more weight. Let others fill the silence. It gives you the upper hand in any conversation. Remember, the moment you stop trying to prove yourself, you become more powerful. Let them doubt you. Let them assume they're right. Because in the end, when your actions speak louder than their words, they'll regret ever underestimating you. 2. The body language of authority. Power isn't in what you say, it's in how you carry yourself. People size you up within seconds, not by your words, but by your posture, gaze, and movements. Weak body language makes you invisible. Strong body language makes people instinctively respect you before you even open your mouth. Those who understand this never have to demand authority. It's given to them. Posture. Stand like someone who belongs at the top. The way you hold yourself determines how people treat you. A slouched back, crossed arms, or nervous movements signal insecurity. A powerful stance, straight back, shoulders relaxed, chest open, immediately changes how people see you. People who move with deliberate control project confidence. They don't rush. They don't fidget. Napoleon Bonaparte wasn't physically intimidating, but when he entered a room, every eye was on him. He moved with absolute certainty, as if he already knew he had won. This is the key. Move like you belong. Never appear rushed. Never appear hesitant. When you take up space and control your movements, people assume you are in control. The power pose. Instantly command respect. Harvard researcher Amy Cuddy discovered a simple truth. Your posture doesn't just influence others, it influences your own mind. Standing in a high-power pose for just 2 minutes increases testosterone, confidence hormone, and decreases cortisol, stress hormone. Try this. Stand tall, feet firmly planted. Keep your shoulders back and your chest open. Hold your head high, never down. This isn't just about appearing strong. It physically makes you feel more powerful, and when you feel powerful, people sense it. Eye contact, the silent form of control. Most people look away first. They blink too often. They avoid eye contact under pressure. That's why the one who holds their gaze controls the conversation. A powerful gaze says, "I see through you. I know exactly what's happening. I don't need to react." Here's the rule: never look down first. The one who looks away first loses control. Slow your blinking. Fast blinking signals nervousness. Hold eye contact as if you already know the outcome. This doesn't mean you should stare aggressively. It means you stay calm, composed, and in control. A leader doesn't scan the room nervously. They observe, they hold their space, and they let others feel their presence. Why this works: people respond to unspoken power signals before they process words. A straight posture, a strong gaze, and controlled movements make people respect you without knowing why. It's not about forcing authority, it's about making them feel it. Master this, and you won't need to prove your worth. They'll know it the moment you walk in. 3. Control the space. Make your presence unavoidable. Powerful people don't fight for attention. They don't beg to be noticed. Yet the moment they step into a room, the energy shifts. People sense them. They don't need to speak. Their presence does the work for them. This isn't about being loud or aggressive. It's about knowing how to own the space around you so that others instinctively acknowledge your presence. Own the room. How you enter shapes how they see you. The second you enter a room, people form opinions about you before you even say a word. They scan your posture, your pace, your level of confidence. They decide in an instant whether you're someone worth noticing or someone who can be ignored. The difference? How you control the space. Powerful people don't rush. They don't dart their eyes around the room, looking for validation. They don't fidget, adjust their clothing, or try to force their way into conversations. Instead, they walk in like they belong. A steady pace, never rushed, never hesitant. A strong posture, shoulders back, head high, movement smooth. A controlled gaze, scanning the room as if they already know what's going to happen. They aren't reacting to the environment. They are setting the tone. And when you act like you belong, people assume you do. The art of commanding attention without speaking. Most people make the mistake of trying too hard. They talk too loudly. They laugh too forcefully. They use exaggerated movements. But power doesn't come from chasing attention. It comes from drawing attention effortlessly. How? By slowing everything down. Slow your movements. Rushed movements signal nervousness. Controlled movements project confidence. Hold your space. Don't shift your weight too much or fidget. Stillness is a sign of control. Pause before speaking. Most people rush to fill silence. The one who controls the silence controls the room. When you move with deliberate slowness, people notice. When you don't force conversation, people lean in. When you stay composed, others feel the need to adjust to you. This is the unspoken authority that powerful people use. The fatal mistake that kills presence. The biggest mistake people make? Moving too much or disappearing completely. Someone who constantly fidgets, shifts their position, or plays with their hands looks uncomfortable in their own skin. Someone who hunches over, avoids eye contact, or stays glued to their phone becomes invisible. But the person who moves with control, speaks with purpose, and holds their ground. They own every room they enter. Power isn't about taking up more space. It's about making everyone feel your presence without you having to say a word. 4. Don't chase. Attention make them want to know you. Weak people try too hard. They overshare, overcompensate, and desperately seek approval. But powerful people, they don't try to impress anyone. They don't fight to be seen. They make people want to see them. This is the art of intrigue. When you reveal too much too soon, people feel like they already have you figured out. But when you hold back, when you keep a part of yourself hidden, they can't help but want to know more. This is why the most respected, most fascinating people never put everything on display. The mystery effect, why less is more people, are wired to chase what they don't fully understand. When something is easy to grasp, it loses value. But when someone is a little unpredictable, a little unreadable, a little unknown, it triggers curiosity. This is the mystery effect. Think about the people who leave the strongest impression. They aren't the ones who dominate every conversation. They're the ones who say just enough to make you wonder, what else do they know? What else are they thinking? They don't flood you with details. They make you work for it, and that makes them irresistibly compelling. The power of talking less, listening more. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, the most powerful move is to listen. People who talk too much give away everything. They reveal their insecurities. They expose their weaknesses. But those who speak only when necessary, they control the room. Why? Because when they finally do speak, people listen. This is why the talk less, listen more strategy is so effective. When you talk less, people value your words more. When you listen more, you learn more about their motives, their thoughts, their weaknesses. When you stay quiet, you make others feel the need to fill the silence, and they will reveal more than they should. The one who speaks first is usually the one who loses control of the conversation. The one who listens always has the advantage. How to apply this: instantly leave conversations open-ended. Instead of oversharing, let people wonder. Control your responses. Instead of reacting emotionally, pause. Let them fill the silence. Make them ask more questions. Don't give full answers. Give just enough to make them curious. When you stop trying to prove yourself, people start proving themselves to you. When you stop seeking attention, people start paying attention. Master this, and you'll never have to chase respect again. They'll give it to you willingly. 5. Make them regret underestimating you. The best revenge is not proving them wrong in the moment. It's becoming someone they can never ignore. Weak people react. They argue. They defend themselves. They try to convince others of their worth. But powerful people, they stay quiet. They observe. Then they strike when it matters most. If someone underestimates you, don't waste time trying to change their mind. Let them believe what they want, because when the time comes, they won't see you coming. Use underestimation as your greatest weapon. Being underestimated can be frustrating, but if you understand how to use it, it becomes your biggest advantage. People who don't see you as a threat don't guard themselves against you. They reveal their weaknesses. They overlook your potential. They don't expect you to win, and that's exactly why you can. History is full of people who turned doubt into dominance. Napoleon was dismissed as too small to be a great leader until he conquered Europe. Albert Einstein was called slow and incapable until he rewrote physics. Steve Jobs was forced out of his own company until he returned and built Apple into an empire. They didn't waste energy convincing people. They let their results speak for them. The power of holding back, then striking. If you try to prove yourself too soon, you reveal your strategy. But if you wait, if you stay silent, if you let them believe they're right, they never see it coming when you rise. This is how power is built. Don't argue. Let them think they've won. Don't react. Observe their moves instead. Don't seek validation. Become so valuable, they have no choice but to acknowledge you. The less you force, the stronger your position becomes. How to make them regret. Ever doubting you, let them talk. The more they assume, the more they miscalculate. Stay silent on your plans. Never reveal your full potential until it's too late for them to stop you. Let your actions do the talking. When you succeed without ever needing their approval, they'll feel their mistake. By the time they realize they were wrong about you, it won't matter, because you'll already be miles ahead. And the best part, they'll never doubt you again. 6. Control others through your presence. True power doesn't come from what you say. It comes from how others feel when they are near you. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt someone's presence without them uttering a word? It's not coincidence. It's power. The way people perceive you is not shaped by your words, but by your energy and how you occupy the space. How to make people respect you. Instantly respect isn't something you demand. It's something you earn effortlessly through your presence. When you walk into a room, your body language, your movements, your stillness, all of these things communicate who you are long before you speak. Powerful individuals don't need to force respect. It's given to them because people can't help but feel their authority. To make others respect you from the moment you enter, focus on your posture. Stand tall, with your chest open and shoulders back. Your pace. Walk with intention, never rushed, never hesitant. Your energy. Be still, calm, and composed. When you radiate control over your own presence, others begin to respect you without you having to demand it. The tactical silence, a strategy of control. One of the most powerful tools at your disposal is silence. Tactical silence is the art of using quiet to manipulate the emotional state of others. When you are quiet, people are forced to fill the space, and in that space, they reveal more than they realize. Most people fear silence because it makes them uncomfortable, but you can use it to your advantage. Imagine this. When someone is speaking too much or trying to dominate the conversation, stay silent. Let them talk. Let them reveal more. Watch them grow uneasy as they try to fill the silence, scrambling for control. Tactical silence allows you to remain in control without ever speaking. You become the calm in the storm, and that presence commands respect. How to make your presence feel heavy? You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to be the most powerful. In fact, the most powerful people are often the quietest. When you step into a room, make your presence so undeniable that people feel it before you say anything. How? Take your time. Don't rush. Move deliberately. Every step you take should be calculated. Hold stillness when necessary. Don't fidget. Don't look around nervously. Be the calm in the room. When you do this, your presence weighs on the space around you. People notice you without you needing to command attention. They feel the change in the room the moment you enter. Even without speaking, you control the atmosphere. This is the quiet power of authority. Let's recap the strategies that will make anyone who underestimates you regret their decision. Silence is the most powerful weapon. When you stay quiet, you control the narrative. People will wonder, question, and reveal more than they intended. Body language defines power. Your posture, movement, and gaze communicate your authority long before your words ever do. Control the space to control others. The way you move, enter a room, and take up space will force people to respect your presence without you having to say a word. Don't try to impress. Let them realize your worth. The less you try to prove, the more others will see your value for themselves. No need for revenge. Let your success speak. Instead of trying to prove them wrong, let your achievements speak for themselves. Present yourself in a way no one can overlook. Your presence should be so undeniable that people feel your power before you even speak. Now, remember this. They may think they know who you are, but they'll quickly learn they were wrong. They may think they have you figured out. But the truth is, it doesn't matter what they think. What matters is how you make them change their mind about you. If you're ready to take these strategies and apply them to your life, so you can walk into any room and command respect, watch the next video now. Because when you control your presence, you'll never be underestimated again.